So this video is going to look at amines and amides and naming those. And I will tell you right now with the amines, we're only going to name them with anything that's on the end of the molecule. There is a whole naming system out there, but I find that it's far easier to do what I call the common name for this one. So that's why you will see I specifically only am going to draw certain ones for this one. So what we're going to call it is, it's going to end in amide, and you're going to call it whatever the group is that is attached to the NH2. Okay, so since I have 2 carbons here, it's going to be called an ethylamine for that. So let's draw another one, CH3, CH2, CH2, NH2. Again, we're going to call it propyl because there are 3 carbons, and then amine, all attached. Sometimes you see it separate, sometimes you see it attached, but we're going to keep it all attached in there. Now, where it gets interesting is something like this. So let me draw this one for you. What if I have not just hydrogen attached to nitrogen, but what if I have some other group? So we're going to have a new naming system that you're going to see this for amides as well. So this is a methyl group that I have attached to the nitrogen end. So I have to kind of use a different system here to kind of do this one. So first off, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 in a row, so that's going to be a butylamine. Okay, butylamine. But then I have this methyl group off the nitrogen. Okay, so I'm going to use N instead of a number. Okay, because it's always going to be off of the first carbon. And then I'm going to do a dash and a methyl. So you're going to see this for both amines and amides, where you're going to use N as kind of a note, a way to kind of label where it is located in the molecule. So let's draw another one. So let's see if I could look at, again, I have 4 carbons, so it's going to end in butylamine. And then whatever's directly attached to that nitrogen end, you're going to call it what you see. So N-ethyl, and again, ethyl will come first in the alphabet, and then N-methyl for the methyl group up there. So you're just going to use it kind of like a number system. And we're going to see the same thing when we look at amides. Okay, so amides are going to be, again, an N group. Okay, I'm forcing the amines to be an N group, but this is definitely an N group. So this one, we're going to use the IUPAC system naming. They're going to end in amide. Okay, and then you're going to name however many carbons are attached. So the meth is for 1, 2, it is F. So again, I'm going to draw this as this, so you can kind of see, and then this one is CH3C double bond O NH2. Okay, so ethamide. All right, so just like the other example, I'm going to put a bromo there, CH2C double bond O. So again, with all functional groups, the numbering is going to start with where the functional group is. Even if I have a bromo attached there, I still want to have the functional group as the number 1 carbon. So the bromo is going to be a 3. So here I have both on the nitrogen, ethyl. Okay, they're both ethyl groups. So how do you do that? Well, it's going to end in butamide. Okay, 4 carbons. Okay, butamide. And I have both of these being ethyls, and bromo is going to come in front of that. So I'm going to do a 3 bromo. And since I have two ethyls, I have to do an N, N diethyl butamide. Okay. And again, this is where, I don't know, in my brain, it always feels weird in terms of, you know, you have an N, N, so we know it's off of the N, and you're saying it's a diethyl, so it feels like you're doing it twice, but you're not really in the world of chemistry. All right, so let me write another one. So draw this one out and see if you can name it. See if you can name it. So this one has 6 carbons as the longest chain. So it's going to end in hexanamide. Again, dropping the E and put in an amide. You do have a fluoro group and a chloro group, but you also have an ethyl group and a propyl group. So you do need to kind of keep track of kind of the alphabet in terms of how you do it. So I'm going to suggest you just follow the alphabet. So chloro is going to come first, then it's going to be ethyl, fluoro, propyl. So I'm going to go with 5-chloro. Okay. Then I'm going to do N-ethyl. Then I'm going to do 4-fluoro. And then I'm running out of room. And I do N-propyl. Okay, so anytime you have this system, the N, you sometimes see all the N's together. I kind of want to just have us keep doing alphabetical. And if your N is following that group, then just follow it again in the order that you see it in terms of the alphabet.